if you're one of the few lucky people who still has this in your possession, the almost indestructible Land Cruiser Series 100 series. So this one's in actually very, very fine condition. Paint's nice, headlights are very clear. All far can tell, even this sucker's original, bit peeling off, but yeah, original there. This is original. Seems to have been repainted, but all in original colors. And this is, by the way, is a V8. So if you own one of these things, you know that indestructible might be, it is not the most fuel efficient thing on earth. So to solve that problem and get more power, we will be installing this one. And this is the only thing that is able to tune the 100 series Land Cruiser V8. So this is the Unichip. And then if you're wondering why can't you just remap it, back when this baby was made in the 90s, the word remap did not even exist. So no, there is no direct ECU remap for this one. It is not through OBD. It is not through opening the ECU. Nothing. You cannot mess with it. It's the same thing as those Super Famicom cartridges. You cannot write onto it. When you open it, whatever program is there, that's it. You cannot hack it. You cannot crack it. Nothing. So this is the only way to be able to tune it. So what Unichip actually does is it goes in between the stock computer box. Unichip goes here, and this is the rest of the engine. So what it does is signals come in here. We have throttle position, we have mass airflow sensor that goes in here, and what it throws out is a modified signal that tells the computer box to throw out modified signals for both injector and ignition timing. So, and if you're wondering also, I think we have throttle for this one. It's one of the earliest electronic throttles available. Yep, it's a very, very early electronic throttle. So that's there. There's no cable. So we will enhance throttle sensitivity also for these things. So what we do is adjust fuel, timing, and throttle. How much fuel do you save from tuning it, give or take? Yeah, anywhere from 8 to 10% city driving, 10 to 15 highway. And power wise, we've tuned a number of these before because, like, well, really, once you can tune it anyway, we get anywhere from uh, 30 to 40. Sometimes the lucky ones get about 45 horses. That's a pretty significant bump in power. Just for reference, a 40 horsepower is equal to one Toyota Wigo. So you're adding one Toyota Wigo's worth of power to a Land Cruiser. And yes, nice thing also about the Unichip is that, let's say, for some unknown reason or horrific reason, you have to sell your Land Cruiser 100, you can remove the Unichip and use it on any other car. Let's say a modern Toyota Corolla, you can use Unichip. Buy a Camry hybrid, you can still use Unichip. So it is not a wasted purchase that is specific for this car. That's why it's called Unichip, because it is universal for pretty much any car. And just in case you get another Land Cruiser 100, then whoopie-doo, I can still reinstall this back into your new Land Cruiser. So, but it actually, here's where it installs, because that's the computer box that's behind the glove compartment. So that thing over there is the computer box. So that's the Unichip drawing diagram that, well, only we have that also. That's how we wired this thing into the car. After Unichip, this is where we're at with our Land Cruiser 100 with the V8 engine. So base horsepower is this one. By the way, this is a completely stock car. We're at 152 horse. If you're wondering why is it 152 and doesn't that seem horribly low, there's the explanation for that one. First of all, this wheel horsepower, we're measuring at the wheels and we're measuring at all four wheels. So as you saw a while ago, our dyno parts are on the front and on the back. And a little Googling tells us that the old Series 100 Land Cruiser with a 4.7-liter engine makes 230 to 238 horsepower back in the day, 1998 to 2005. 26 years ago, 30 years ago, if you want to be stretching it. So for a 25-year-old car at 1999, 230 horsepower is a big deal when your average Civic is only about 100 horses. But again, why is it only 152? Well, it's four-wheel drive, and four-wheel drive transmissions typically eat up between 60 to 70 horses. We've seen it on Subarus, we've seen it on Evo. So a Subaru is making 300 horse manual, makes about 240 on the dyno. The automatic ones are usually 10 horses less. So 80 horse off out the window because of the drivetrain is completely normal for cars like this. So that will explain why it's 152 horse. And then this green line here is our stock, and this one is after Unichip tuning. So peak horsepower, we went from 152 to 171, so that's 20 horse, but that only happens here at around 4,100 RPM. The most important thing is what you see here at the very bottom at 2,000 RPM. We're at 20 horse to begin with, and then we jump from 20 to 90 horse right away. And then here at 250, 40 to 95, 70 to 100. We've smoothed out this little dip here, 3,000 RPM, 90 to 130. So this area here where 99.9% of your time is spent, this is around 30, 40 horses gain right here. Torque is the same story also here. So from 80, we went to 310. So times two and a half for the torque here at 2,000 RPM where we need it most to get going. And then we pretty much flattened out the torque curve here. It doesn't have this jump and then flat. This is actually kind of nice too. It's kind of flat, but we've increased overall torque from 250 max to about 330 maximum. So this one you'll definitely feel. And well, if you want to do other modifications like full exhaust, which will make it very, very noisier, we'll get rid of the Lexus. We should gain another 20, 30 horsepower with a properly configured exhaust with a set of headers left and right. So again, the Land Cruiser 100 can only be remapped using Unichip. So if you're lucky to still own one of these things, don't sell it, preserve it, even in the age of high gas prices. You will not. For me, with a modern Lexus, I still love the ride of this thing.